5 years since Big Ben boomed for Brexit. Big slogans.
I think things are going extremely well.
Bold promises.
Brexit means Brexit, and we're going to make a success of it.
But has anything changed?
Okay, so today we're going to the UK. 5 years later, we're going to be looking at Brexit, how people are happy with it or how sad they are. Reason I decided to cover this is I was here in the US, sitting, watching the demise of US as the new president was imposing his own kind of Brexit, but Brexit against the whole world. Basically, that's what's happening in the US now. We are watching a slow implosion, like that thing that went to go look for the Titanic. That's how the US is right now. It's gonna go and implode on itself based on the policies of a madman. But maybe I should tone down my rhetoric. I don't want to be rounded up and taken somewhere in El Salvador or wherever prison. So, Lord and Savior Trump, we love you, so do not arrest me. So, before I begin, please consider liking, subscribing, and let's continue with this Brexit. I want to see what's going to happen to the US 5 years from now after our own Brexit. So, let's look at UK, 5 years on Brexit. Let's go.
Today, YouGov polling found 55% of Britons think Brexit was a mistake. Half say they would also now support joining the EU.
I voted to leave, but I mean, I wish I didn't, because obviously there is a lot of stuff that we've lost as a country because of it. Well, I remember...
what was that? Like, she voted to leave, but now she's like, oh, I wish I didn't. I've heard that before. I wonder where. Where did I hear that before? Oh, yeah. I had it just like a few days ago. Somebody here in the US was saying, oh, I didn't expect to lose my job when I voted for this new president, and I'm going to be referring to him as the new president because I don't want to be rounded up Gestapo style. So I didn't expect to lose my job, but, I'm sorry I voted for him. So there's a lot of regret. It seems it's the same in the UK. Now many want to go back to the EU. But is it enough, though, for the whole country to go back? I don't think they're going to go back anytime soon. I don't think they're going to accept that we made a mistake. But let's continue and see what this lady has to say.
Waking up on the morning, hearing the news, and I've never felt so emotional about anything politically in my life.
I think the political class have got a lot to answer for these days. They've got to be really transparent with the people, give the people actually a voice, instead of saying one thing, doing another.
Why did it go off?
While public enthusiasm may have stalled, for politicians it's still a political priority.
5 years ago, we had what was the greatest vote of confidence in our country.
Wait. Sorry for pausing so much. Is this woman like the leader of, I don't know, conservative leader, it says there. So I'm guessing she's like the female Byron Donalds of of the UK. If you don't know who Byron Donalds is one of the most despicable excuse, or let me say cosplay of a man to exist. I can say that he tries too hard. He tries too hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. No, he tries too hard to be this conservative leader, whatever, even though the conservative principles are directly negatively impacting his community. So I'm guessing with this leader, Kemi, conservative leader, whatever she's championing is directly negatively impacting her community. And by her community, I mean black, British people. But it's so common, the Byron Donalds of this world. Let's continue.
And as Brexit Secretary, I removed lots of EU regulations. I ended the supremacy of the European Court of Justice. But there's still a lot more to do.
Others seizing an opportunity.
I think the Conservative Party in 2019, they used Brexit for political reasons to win a general election. I mean, I even helped them a little bit with that, without ever fully intending to deliver for the people.
While pro-EU parties doubling down.
Liberal Democrats are going to lead the debate in Britain to have a closer relationship with our European colleagues. It's good for our trade, our economy, it's good for our defence and our security.
You'll notice we don't have pictures of the Prime Minister out and about today, unlike the other party leaders. And that's partly because the government doesn't particularly want to talk about Brexit if they can avoid it. They're straddling a position where they want to make Brexit work for things like AI, but they also say they want to forge closer relationships to their biggest trading partner. It's a confused message, and for the government, that's precisely the point.
Okay, so that's the video. It was quite short, but let's go to this other video where people are reacting to Brexit still 5 years on. And many people are disappointed. As you can see, the leaders in Britain, in the UK, do not want to talk about it because it was a disappointment after all. They championed it and it was, against all, it's going to stop immigration and all these things. But it made things extremely difficult for many people. But let's look at this video real quick and see what's going on.
Mandated us in Westminster, all of us, to get it done. We promised time and time again that we would do it. Good afternoon, everybody.
Britain's last general election was all about leaving the European Union. This time around, Brexit is hardly getting a mention, and residents in the English seaside town of Skegness are not surprised. The constituency in Lincolnshire had the highest share of Leave votes to exit the bloc in the 2016 referendum. But 8 years later, many feel that the Brexit campaign's promises have been broken.
It was a wrong decision, but nobody knew what was going to foresee the future, see what was going to happen. So, in theory, it was a bad decision, but it looked good at the time on paper, didn't it? Yeah.
Brexit promised economic prosperity and stronger social services, yet it sparked trading chaos, labour shortages, and restrictions on travel to Europe.
That sounds exactly like what's coming here in the US. Basically, these tariffs that were made by, ChatGPT, or it's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. As somebody who did economics in college, as an economics major, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen happen in modern day. But man, it's so ridiculous you just have to laugh sometimes. When life gets so ridiculous, there's nothing to do, you just laugh. And as you laugh in pain with me, please like and subscribe.
Amid a cost of living crisis and massive backlogs in healthcare, polls now suggest that most Britons think leaving the EU was wrong.
I think they've let us down. They promised us they could do it, oven-ready deals, and in actual fact, they had nothing. Well, it was 75%, I think, roughly, that voted to leave. And a lot of people are disappointed with the Brexit we've got. If the vote happened again and we were going to get this Brexit, I don't think people would vote for it. But if we was going to get the Brexit that they originally voted for, then I think they would vote for it.
A key Brexit pledge was tougher border controls. But voters are going to the polls with immigration at record levels, and party leaders once again vowing to reduce numbers.
I think people are concerned about everybody coming over from abroad without legal papers, coming over on the boats, and that was one of the main things what they were trying to stop, but they haven't done, have they?
London ice cream maker Diego Alfonso set up his business 4 years before Britain voted leave. He says post-Brexit border controls have caused delivery delays for imported ingredients, extra costs and staff shortages. Coupled with COVID lockdowns and the impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine on food and energy prices, it has hit the small business hard.
There's been a lot of times that we thought we weren't going to make it. Regardless of where you come from, we're all humans, and we have to help each other and love each other instead of just close communities and have people like Nigel Farage demonizing immigrants. Immigrants are not the problem. You need to look for the real problem.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing here in America. They were always, sorry for always comparing America, but that's where I live. So most of my examples are going to be based on America, but based, you see, it was all about immigrants. You get blamed. They blame the immigrants. They blame the immigrants. And then, that's what conservatives do. Then they get in, they do the conservative thing, tanks the economy. It's a script as old as time. It happens so many times. You see it in Brexit. You get what they want, and whatever they want tanks the economy or makes things worse for business owners. And then they try to walk it back or they keep quiet. Same thing that's happening now in the US. Republican presidents tanking economies, one after the other, back to back, back to back. Now we're headed to a recession because of another madman and doing their own Brexit to the world. But yeah, it's the same thing. Now many people are disappointed. They want to go back to the EU. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But let's finish like the 1 minute left.
Conservative Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, Labour leader Keir Starmer and Brexit champion Nigel Farage of Reform UK have largely avoided mentioning Brexit while on the campaign trail.
Well, I just think that no party's got the answer. Nigel Farage says we've delivered Brexit, but over to you, you've got to manage it. The government have managed it very badly, so Brexit's gone wrong. And the Labour, I don't think they want to talk about it because they don't want to bring it up to put people off voting for them.
Managing Brexit and its impacts will now fall to Britain's next government, despite the...
Okay, so that's basically the video. Like, it's regret after regret. The time of the video, Rishi Sunak was the prime minister, but Britain changes their prime minister every 2 weeks. So by the time I'm recording this, maybe the new one would have changed again. So anyway, please like, subscribe, and share this on all the networks. I'll see you next time.
Oh my goodness, all the networks! Wow! All the networks!